raining. Hi.
from Old Man Creek Trail. We rode out there for a few hours. Really beautiful area. You could ride for days out there. It would be a really fun place to overnight camp. And there's lots of areas that I wanted to check out, but for an out and back trip during a day, that's just not possible. It would be really fun to come out here with like a four-wheeler and really cover some miles. That would be cool. Anyways, a nice trail. Pretty rocky because it's a four-wheeling trail, so definitely take that into account if you bring a horse out. It started to rain on the way back. We did get caught in a little bit of a swamp when I was like, oh, instead of going out and back, let's try to loop it. And the loop ended up being a swamp. So luckily we didn't get too far in before I turned her back and went right back on the trail. But that's the thing with Alaska, is there's a lot of bushes and there's a lot of swamps that you have to watch out for. So anyway, I'm going to get her untacked and give her some hay and get Cooper out. But I'm really glad we did that trail. Again, there's so much in this area to explore. So, yeah.
Hi, Coop. Hi. I think we're gonna leave this camping spot. I'm gonna do a drive-by of a trailhead that I saw earlier that I'm interested in maybe riding. So we'll see how that trail looks. Otherwise, we're gonna head on to Glen Allen and probably find a camping spot down there for tonight, and then hopefully get to Nabzna Road tomorrow. I am just trying to dodge the rain. And here in Alaska with the mountains, the weather changes every hour. But it looks like there's a giant rain cloud headed this way tonight where I'm camping. So I'm hopeful if I go east that I can miss it. Bye, Mare. Camping night number 5. I couldn't find anywhere to camp on the way to Nabesna Road, so we just made a slow haul to Nabesna Road, 27 miles down, which was my goal. We're right next to the Kennedy campground. I was a little concerned about not being able to find a campsite, but I'm really glad we did. And if you guys saw, if you noticed, the sign, which is like right over there, had a horse on it. So I'm on Nabesna Road, again, almost 30 miles in, and there's a sign about horse crossing. So I'm kind of curious who has horses out here. So I might do some investigating tomorrow. Just getting ready for bed. I'm gonna work on the vlog a little bit. Sedona has really settled down. I did just want to be upfront about the ride earlier at Old Man Creek Trail, which I did love, and I love the area. But that trail definitely was pretty rocky. And then we went down maybe like 5 miles. And then I was like, okay, we should turn back. And I was like, oh, I might like Gaia app, it shows like a trail so we can like loop it back. So we started on that trail and it was good. It was like grassier. I figured it was maybe a winter trail, but the footing was good. And we followed that for maybe like half a mile. And I could always see the other trails. So I never felt lost or anything, but we were going and the footing was fine. And then we crossed like a little creek and went through some bushes, and then Sedona just sank, like scary sank, like all the way to her belly. I'm riding her. I'm like, holy, oh my goodness. So she sinks and then just launches. I'm grabbing onto the saddle horn. She just launches up, but then ends in another like sink area. And she like landed, but like face planted. So I like ripped up her face to try to balance her up. And then she like scrambled and I was like, whoa, 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 got her to stop. And thankfully she has a good brain. So she just like was like, okay, what are we doing? Like her footing was a little bit better than the first one. And I just got off her so she could not have my weight on her back, and then like kind of led her out of this bog. But it really snuck up on us pretty quick. Again, kind of went from like good footing through across a creek, through some bushes, and then got swallowed right up. So, you know, luckily she's a really good horse, and I have a lot of like, I ride a lot and I have a lot of riding experience, so I'm very balanced. But, you know, she definitely could have like thrown somebody or launched somebody. I felt like I was able to help her as much as I could with just like balance wise, like getting her head up and trying to stay out of her way. And then knowing once she was like calm for a second that I could hop off and then help like navigate her around or just not be in her way and let her figure it out. So I was a little upset about that because it just snuck up on us, and I always want my horse to have a good ride, and I like trail ride for fun. And like, it's not like we were like, oh, we have to get to this place. Like, it was just for fun, and to have her be in a situation that was not great made me feel really bad. And then again, the rocks for the footing. So most of the way I just hand walked her back because I was just kind of over it. But next time I definitely will put scoop boots on all fours and stay on the ATV trails, because there are tons of great winter trails. But again, that like bog just snuck up on us. So just a good reminder to be aware of your situations and be prepared for emergencies. Like, I had another halter with me with a really long lead rope if I needed it, so I could help her navigate. But honestly, in a situation like that, you really just don't want to be in a situation like that. But luckily, she's a very good girl. We have a lot of good groundwork, a lot of good communication, and she has a really good brain. So she thankfully is totally fine, but just gave me a little bit of a scare. So I just want to be honest with you guys that like not every day is like, oh, amazing, great out in Alaska. Like, I'm very grateful for it, but it's still Alaska, and you just have to be respectful of all the bushes and swamps.